Now Hear This is a 3-day podcast festival happening October 28th through the 30th in Anaheim, California. And all of your favorite shows will be there, including Hollywood Handbook, The Worst Idea of All Time, and I Was There Too. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. We'll be recording Spontaneanation Live on Sunday the 30th, so if you can only make it for one day, make sure it's Sunday, October 30th, or you'll miss out on our show. Go to nowhearthisfest.com to get tickets and information about the full lineup, hotels, and more. Use offer code PFT when you buy tickets to save 25% on a 3-day pass and let them know we sent you. That's nowhearthisfest.com, offer code PFT.
Over here, that guy, her. Welcome to all of you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the Motor City, what a pleasure it is to be in a different place from one's home. Have you ever been in your home for a long time and you want to claw your own face off? Woo indeed, madam. Folks, I was just at a point sitting around my own home in a different city far from here. Just at that point where I was looking at all of my paintings, all of my oil portraits, my ancestors, future people. Those were expensive. And just at the point where I was going to take some of the paintings off the wall and make them make out with each other, I thought, I gotta get out of town. Are there any improv festivals happening in America right now? What? There's one tomorrow night. The story takes place last night. Very, very reasonable reaction from the young lady in the front row. Oh, of course. I hopped on a plane. I was asked to sit in my seat. I said, you don't understand, I love to dance. They said, sir, you are literally just hopping up and down. You're not even doing the pogo. I sat in my seat, exit row, thank you very much. This is a true story. My flight here, somehow, and I don't know how this happened, I feel like I got tricked. I always sit on the aisle. Always. Always. Because I would rather get up for some weak-bladdered simpleton than to ask someone to get up for me. Never. I will always hold the higher status. So the first thing I do when any flight is booked for me that I did not book, and this is a thing that happens only at improv festivals. You're not allowed to book your own flight. Somebody else does it. It's a safety precaution. In case you're a terrorist. And they're like, oh, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say, somehow that would free the Festival of the Blame? I don't think so. I bet it would bring a lot of prying questions. Did you know he was a terrorist? So the first thing I do, someone else has set up my ticket, I go online, I change my seat. When did it happen in this country that they thought everyone wanted the window? It's freezing cold over there. You're right. You're like, the atmosphere is right there. You can look out the window and see it. Forgot to turn this goddamn thing on. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. Ha ha ha. Well, I forgot there's a special crowd of perfect people that got bussed in for the show. So I know for a fact I went on to Delta.com. Yeah, I'll say their name. I changed my window seat to an aisle seat, like I like. Then I get on the plane, doing one of those things where I'm looking at the boarding pass and the numbers over the seats for a good 10 minutes. Like, this cannot be. Not only window seat, weird window seat where there's just empty space in front of you, and then a whole row ahead is your little dumb tray, and where you can put your bag or whatever. I mean, really. I like to order 3 drinks at a time. I like a water to hydrate. I like a little soda just for fun. And of course I order a full-size Bloody Mary in a glass. Now, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna give you that Bloody Mary. But the 10th time, oh boy. I don't have a tray. How am I supposed to juggle my 3 drinks? Guy next to me, threatening to fall asleep on me, like we're sweethearts. He's no help. I'm talking on a plane, crook of the arm, beverage resting. Not in my America. Okay. All right. That was a little unnerving. I didn't expect that to happen. On that return flight, if things are not exactly how I want them to be, I'm going to say, Detroit Improv Festival, get ready for some prying questions from the TSA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program to have a free-form chat with me inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals onto the show to join me in a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, inspired by many of the things brought up in conversation with our special guest. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. Oh, he's losing his touch, sounds like. What do you think, listening audience in the future? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased that here at the Detroit Improv Festival, we have all Detroit improvisers. That's right. All members of the 313. First up, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Nyima Funk.
Hello.
Now, for the listening audience, Nyima and I each held our index fingers in the air, and we did a nice sort of canter around our chairs.
That was a canter, yep.
It was fun, right?
It was. It was synchronized walking.
Yes.
Cantering?
Sure.
Sure.
These are horse terms. Canter, trot.
Yes.
I bet there's another one.
Horseshoes.
You got me.
Seabiscuit.
Blinders.
Pharaoh's Pride. Glue Factory.
Naima, you gotta let me get in there. You gotta let me get in there.
Christmas presents.
Christmas presents. Is that the name of a horse? That's not a bad horse name.
It should be.
Christmas presents.
Yes. And here comes Christmas presents coming around the corner. Here he comes. He's bringing a lot down the chimney. Here he comes.
And down the stretch, it is seasonal affective disorder, right out front.
And wandering off the track, ADD. Okay.
Naima,
Yes.
do you like horsies?
I don't dislike them, but I don't. They don't feel good to sit on. They look like they should feel fun, but it's not fun.
Well, because
It's prickly.
yeah, it's almost as if we're not supposed to be up there.
Yeah, no, because if they didn't want us up there, they'd say something.
Naima, this is my mother's theory. My late mother, God rest her soul. She considered horses the dumbest of all animals because
Really?
they let us sit on their backs.
See? Wow. That's kind of scary because I'm a parent and I have little kids who I give horsey rides all the time. Dumb.
But that's no. You're saying any horse scenario,
Yes.
whoever is enacting the role of a horse
A carousel.
is stupid. Look at that dumb carousel.
Dumb horse. Jeez. He's going up and down. Horses don't do that.
They can't even pretend to be horses, right?
Right, please.
You still live? Your kids are still little enough for horsey rides?
Yeah.
And they love it?
Yeah, they do. But they don't always ask. They'll just jump on you.
That seems rude.
Yeah, it is. Well, they're little kids. They're rude.
Also, that's what we do to horses.
That's
This
Again.
actually, this totally scans.
I am learning so much. Oh my gosh.
What do you think it is? Because horses could throw us off anytime they wanted to.
I think they know that, and one day they will. It'll be like a horse revolution, where it's like 3, 2, 1, and just cowboys getting thrown left and right, and horses just revolting, and that's kind of all they can do, just front leg.
That's all they gotta do.
Yeah.
That must feel good, right? Knowing all I have to do is get up on my hind legs and this guy's done.
Yeah.
Although you look at the rodeo and it's like, those guys are hanging on there.
Yeah, for dear life. Have you ever done that? The bucking bronco thing?
Oh, you mean like the ride, the mechanical
either way,
bull.
I mean, if you've done the other one, I'd love to hear that story too. Welcome to Spontaneanation.
I was in the rodeo for 10 years,
Really?
but I have not done the mechanical bull. Have you done that?
Yes.
It's hard, right? Well,
No.
there's different speeds.
Oh, I stayed on.
Well, all right.
Until they turned it on, and then I fell off. Yeah, it was very embarrassing. It was like, okay, and next up is she's down. Okay, yeah. I just kind of like, take me, Jesus, and fell over.
But you've been on a non-robotic horse.
Yes, I did. Yeah. In Hawaii.
Sure.
Yeah, I was on a horse. I think my horse's name was like something sweet, like Sunflower or Sunshine or something like that. It's a horse, you know? It's stuff white people do.
Sure. You gotta try it.
I was with white people. I had to do it. You can't say no. You can't say no. But no, horses are fun. I wanted to do the gallop, like, giddy up. Yee-haw.
Oh, you wanted to go for it.
Yeah, I wanted to go for it. Sunshine did not. She was like, come on now.
Were you just kind of like trotting by the ocean?
Up in the mountains, which is really a bad idea. It was not safe. Don't ride horses in mountains.
Don't do it, guys.
Don't do it. That's all I can pass on. Yeah.
My wife and I had our honeymoon in Hawaii.
Ooh.
And thanks, Marc. We were gonna do something that I was dead set against doing, but I think she had signed us up for or something. Like somehow this was going to happen. It was to be in some weird contraption that's not quite an airplane. It's almost like a bicycle with wings.
What?
I forget what it's called, but it does not seem
unicorn? You guys rode on a unicorn?
Well, now,
No? Oh,
there's
okay.
more to the story.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, guys, there's more.
After we booked the unicorn trip, we got a call from the company and they said, "Oh yeah, it's bad weather conditions, so we're not going out today." And we knew that what had happened was someone had just died yesterday on one of these things. And it was almost like, oh, we were just about to call you.
Yeah. No, I was going to break up with you.
Yeah.
No, I was going to break up with you. Oh, that's scary. Was it on the road to Hana? Because the road to Hana is very dangerous. It's like this road.
Are you about to tell a story?
No. Everybody else on the trip went on the road to Hana, and my husband and I didn't go because we're like, we don't want to do this trip. And apparently it's just like a lot of those like roads that's like one lane, but cars are going fast and you're zooming around cliffs and all kinds of dangers.
It's like a highway.
Yeah.
This sounded like it was going to be a parable, but then it was like some people just wanted to go on the highway.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Aw, so did you guys ever get to go back and do it?
Oh, hell no.
Okay. And what's bad weather in Hawaii, like a volcano? Because it's Hawaii, it's beautiful. Uh-oh, Mount Sisi's erupting.
I'm sorry, the game was called on account of volcano. Nyima, will you ever ride a horse again?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Nyima Funk, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
She will ride a horse again. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Marc Evan Jackson.
Hi, Marc. Jax.
Hawaii. Havaya, some people say that, old people. It's a lot. You've been there.
Yes.
You saw a giant gorilla there.
I did.
In the movie, were you in Hawaii?
No.
You were in Vietnam or something? Where were you? You shot the movie. Marc's in this movie that's about a giant gorilla. The name...
Yes, Mighty Joe Young. It's the sequel. It's Mightier Joe Young. I'm in a movie coming up. I hope I'm still in it. Called Kong Skull Island. I think, for the record, that they are legally. It's not out yet. I think
they like the idea of it.
I think they're legally unable to say King Kong. I think that a different movie studio owns that name. And so I think we can't call it that.
But you can call anything Kong all day long.
Sure.
Fast and Furious, Kong.
Kong.
Just add a giant gorilla.
Rubber chew toy. Kong.
Hold on a second. You can have a giant gorilla movie where the giant gorilla is named Kong.
Yeah.
As long as you don't say King Kong.
I'm not a lawyer. I believe that's the case, yeah.
I hope everyone will enjoy my movie, Mr. Dracula. Marc Evan Jackson, have you ridden a horse in your life?
Yes, of course. Recently.
Oh, yes, of course.
Recently, in fact, just a few weeks ago.
What was the horse's name?
Well, this is the thing. I was thinking about when you're talking to Nyima. I went with my wife and her brother and sister-in-law and their kids, and they were all riding things like Buster and Bronco and Maverick. My horse's name was Dan. Honest to God. I was like, you're like, and finally, you'll be riding Dan. What did I do?
Was Dan by any chance a lumpy horse with a felt-like hide and perhaps a vent in his neck from which you could hear human speech?
Now that you mention it.
Did his front legs not seem in conjunction with his back legs when he walked?
No, it was a horse. My wife and I once rode horses at a ranch in California, and the guide put a saddle on my wife's horse and got her all aboard, and then brought my horse up, and my horse did have sort of a sloped back, and he pet the horse in the neck and said, "I'm sorry, sweetheart, one more time today."
Oh!
And it was like, I don't want to.
Dang.
Are no other horses available? Like I don't want to be on this horse's last ride. That's real. That happened.
If you were offered
The role of a horse.
Well, I like that question.
I'm
too.
available.
Does it matter which end?
No. Is it catered?
It's a walk-away lunch.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Would you ride a horse again?
Of course, yeah. Oh, I like it a great deal.
Did you get to gallop?
On this trail ride that I did with my wife and her family recently, I deliberately let my horse hang back for a little bit so that I could have a little breathing room, because otherwise they're nose to tail and it's very boring.
Yeah.
But I let mine eat some grass so that I could sort of trot just for a little bit. Galloping is, that's kind of going. But yeah, we trotted a little bit.
Are you ever jealous of horses that just
No.
beneath their feet there's food?
Oh, that? Yeah. I suppose that.
Like they just look down like, oh, I'll eat this.
If it were all like raspberries, yeah. But they eat some stuff that's questionable.
Would you eat food that you yourself had just stepped on?
Well, not anymore.
Marc Evan Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hilarious.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Is that the front end or the back end that we were doing just then?
That's the front
I
part
was
of
the
Dan.
whole horse.
Oh, that was,
I was the whole. Can you tell
Dan.
the way I was prancing? Right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good horse walking. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Marc Warzecha! Comes out laughing.
Why, hello, sir.
Have a seat, Marc.
Hello.
Marc, thank you for making your Spontaneanation debut.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so thrilled to be here. And especially on this stage. This is the first time I've played this stage.
The Magic Bag.
The Magic Bag. I have been drunk at many concerts in the back of this room. But it was the first time I've been up here.
Now, how does it feel knowing you're going to be performing for drunk people?
Fantastic. No,
You've been there before,
I've been there
right?
before. One time I was here, and it was not a concert. It was Ron Jeremy was here.
It was part of his lecture
Does
series.
anybody remember?
Speaking of horses.
Does anyone remember this? I'm not making this up. One guy.
It's Ron Jeremy. Welcome back, Ron.
Ron Jeremy was here, and he just stood here and just talked about his life in porn, and people got drunk and listened. And that's what happened.
Now, did you see this in the paper? And you're like, I gotta go see Ron Jeremy in concert.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I was at that age where I thought, let me go get some tips. Let me go get some pro tips.
Are there stories that stick out in your mind from Mr. Jeremy's performance?
Well, I remember him bragging about, the size of his member and what he could do with it. Mm-hmm. At one point in his life, he said when he wasn't as heavy, he could actually insert it into his mouth.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is a brag.
His own mouth.
What a brag.
He was very proud and got a huge round of applause for that, for sure. For stating that. But he's too heavy now to do it. That's what he said. I'm not putting that on it. He said that.
I understand.
He said it.
I understand. You're not here to defame Ron Jeremy.
No, not at all.
You report and I decide.
Correct. Thank you.
I understand.
Thank you.
What other porn people have you seen give talks?
No. None that I'm aware of.
Marc, you're from the Detroit area, is that correct?
Yeah, Dearborn Heights. Yeah.
Now, what does that mean? I've heard of Dearborn, Michigan. So the Dearborn Heights, what kind of area is that?
Well, it means you're the city of Dearborn's, like, you know, ugly little brother, basically. That's how you're treated. Yeah, no, I mean it's a great suburb of Detroit that I'm proud to be from. Paul. I mean, that's what it means.
You are not on trial here.
It means civic pride.
Now, I happen to know, speaking of civic pride,
Yes.
you had a brush with someone at the airport recently.
What? You?
No.
I did. We were. Yes. We were on the same flight.
Yes, we were.
We got off the flight and we each had to go our own ways, sadly.
Look, life is full of such partings. Right? Yes.
And I walked away from you. We had just landed at Metro Airport. I walked away from you. The next person I see at the airport is the mayor of Detroit, Mike Duggan. I see him walking through the airport. Yeah. All right. And he's just dressed casually. He's got a little suitcase, and he's not
A little suitcase.
a little suitcase. A little carry-on, a little one. And I got excited. I am a fan of his. I am a politics junkie. And he's not super close to me, but I see him walking, and this is what I did. I decided it'd be a good idea to go, "Hey, Mr. Mayor!" Like a weirdo lunatic. And he just looked over at me and went. So for the home listener, that's just sort of a disgusted nod.
A curt nod of the head that says, "Thanks for that."
Yeah. and he was correct. I mean, that is the right reaction.
He's just trying to get his little bag onto the plane.
That's right.
Marc, enough chit-chat. Have you ridden a horse?
No, I have never ridden a horse.
Go sit down. Marc Warzecha, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will meet our special guest. See you on the other side. Indochino. Indochino. Hi, still me. I want to talk to you about a new sponsor, Indochino. Listen, I'm a dress-up guy, right? I like to dress up. Maybe you don't like to dress up. Maybe you do like to dress up. Maybe you're not a dress-up guy, but you're looking to become a dress-up guy or gal. I got women friends that wear suits too. And here's the thing. Indochino is a place where you can go to have custom-made clothing at a reasonable price. Let me tell you something. I'm a guy who's had a few items of clothing made for me. The difference is vast. It feels good. It feels so good, and you look so good. All right? The difference between a custom-made thing as opposed to an off-the-rack thing, it's not only does it look better because it's tailored to you, but it feels so good. It feels right. And Indochino is one of the largest made-to-measure menswear brands. They are making it easy for men to get great-fitting, high-quality suits and shirts at an incredible price. Here's what you do. You go to Indochino.com, or you can go in person to one of their 9 North American showrooms. You can check it out on the web, see if there's one near you. You pick from hundreds of fabrics and patterns. You choose your customizations, lapels, pleats, jacket linings, all that kind of stuff. That's fun. This is fun. It gets fun, guys. You submit your body measurements, and they show you how to do it on the website. You kick back, you relax, you get ready to step into the best. I mean, you may have to go to work. I don't think like it's there within an hour. So, live your normal life. Hopefully that includes some time to kick back and relax. And you get ready to step into the best, most stylish suit you have ever worn in just 4 weeks. Yeah, you can't kick back. Look, if you want to schedule your vacation time around waiting for this suit, that's up to you. I would say it's even better to go about your day, forget that you did this, and then it's like Christmas come early. Unless you're doing it around Christmas. Then it's Christmas right on time.
We're getting bogged down in meaningless details. Here's what you do. Go to Indochino.com. This week, my listeners can get any premium Indochino suit for just $389. That is nothing for a custom suit. At Indochino.com, enter PFT at checkout. That is 50% off the regular price, which is already low for a custom suit. 50% off the regular price for a made-to-measure premium suit. Plus, shipping is free, and your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. That is Indochino.com, promo code PFT for any premium suit for just $389 and free shipping. You will never have to worry about badly fitting suits or expensive trips to the tailor again. Get ready to look like $1 million. That's where their copy ends. I'm adding this. For a fraction of $1 million. Very low, like a very minuscule fraction of $1 million. I should have thought about that more. Indochino.com, promo code PFT.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation! That's right. Welcome back, I say. We didn't go anywhere, and neither did you. Ladies and gentlemen, very pleased to introduce our guest. You will recognize this gentleman from his career as a professional wrestler for World Wrestling Entertainment. Please say hello to Zach Gowen! Hi, very nice to meet you. Please, Zach, have a seat. Zach, that is the most triumphant entrance we've ever had on the show.
That's how I get out of bed every morning.
That must feel fucking great. It must feel good.
It feels great. Yeah. If only people were there to clap for me.
Sometimes, right? You're a good boy. Zach's a good boy. Zach, I have a question for you from our previous episode's guest. Are you curious as to the identity of our previous episode's guest?
I'd love to know.
Well, then I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneanation archives at howl.fm. Hours of listening pleasure await you. Zach, the question put to you is this. It's 3 a.m. You're up. What are you doing?
I'm probably changing a dirty diaper at that point.
There we go. Are you...
There's a mom in the audience.
Standing ovation.
That's a good man.
You are... How many kids do you have?
I have 2 boys, a 4-year-old and a 4-month-old.
4 months. That's very new.
Brand new. Brand new.
Still smells new?
Yeah. When I'm not changing his diaper, he does.
And so he does not sleep through the night yet because he's just a little guy. He doesn't understand the rules.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't hold that against him.
Have you ever been a night owl before being a dad?
Yes.
Were you a guy who would stay up late into the night?
Oh yeah. I would stay up all hours. I used to work a midnight shift. I used to.
What did you do for the midnight shift?
I used to work at a hotel, and I would do the 3rd shift, and I would work at the front desk, right? And I would do the audit for the hotel. So I'd account for the things coming in, account for the things going out, balance the book, so to speak, check in drunks at 3, 4 a.m., bringing in prostitutes, all that kind of stuff. Look the other way, you know?
Right.
Hook up deals for people coming in, friends and family and whatnot. And that's what I used to do a few years ago. So by getting in that routine, and you never really get comfortable with that. I mean, sure, with traveling and stuff like that, you're up late, weird hours, different time zones, and your body never really adjusts to that time zone. But if you do it enough, it's hard to go back to the previous.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to go back to civilian life, so to speak.
Do you feel that you have made that adjustment yet, or no?
No, I'm not sleeping at all. I sleep about 2 hours at a time. So I sleep when my kid's up all the time, you know, and I'm a stay-at-home dad, right? So I'm with my kid all the time. I sleep when he sleeps, and that's the only way I can get it in. And my wife works weird hours, things like that. So.
Okay, so when you were working at the hotel, are there people that would bribe you, grease your palm to either make something happen or make something not happen, or not, you didn't see this, like that kind of stuff? Is that...
yeah, all the time. They'd ask you for, they would.
All the time.
I had, it was awesome because I had this guy who was super rich, right?
Right.
And he was an alcoholic and drug addict, maybe, kind of an older guy. All right. Shout out to all my AA homies out there.
Let me tell you something. If you're gonna be an alcoholic and a drug addict, try to be super rich.
Yeah. No. He lived in the hotel. Is what I'm saying. It's a Courtyard by Marriott. It's there for business travelers. Right? Listen. It's there for business travelers, and that's pretty much exclusively it.
People are not supposed to be there for more than 48 hours.
He lived there for 6 months. That bill was like $37,000 by the time he got out, and the cleaning costs too, because he had this stupid support dog, his emotional support dog with him. Obviously, if you're an old rich drug addict,
heck of a job, Brownie.
Yeah. So this was in Ann Arbor, right? And so when we had a visiting team.
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop you there.
Go ahead.
We can't cheer for all the places. I do apologize. Let's take it for granted. We love all the places. All right. Just someone's trying to talk, and like people are still trying to get woos in there.
So we have the crazy old drug addict guy with the emotional support dog. He, as a drug addict, he's up all night. I work from 11 to 7, right? So he's up at, who's he going to talk to all night?
No.
Of course. He comes behind the desk and sits down in the chair while I'm working and just talking to me all night. Now, we become best friends, obviously, after a certain point. So there's a visiting team playing the University of Michigan in whatever sport it was, and the coach has his daughters there, right? The visiting team's coach has his daughters staying with him on the road trip, whatever it is. He is so high that he's convinced that this coach has 2 underage prostitutes with him, and then if I don't call the police, he's going to call the police for me and get them kicked out. I said, the last thing you need to do, sir, is call the police. The last thing you need to do.
What? Now, so you obviously you said to him, actually, I think those are his daughters. I don't think they're underage prostitutes.
Right, but I understand.
His response would be,
in a certain state of mind he was in. He was so convinced that there was this big scandal and this cover-up going on at the University of Indiana or whatever it was with the coaching staff and the underage. And I'm like, sir, this is his daughters, for crying out loud. Leave the poor man alone. Leave me alone. Hell, I'm trying to do some work.
The first time he came and sat down with you behind the desk.
At first it was interesting.
Sure. Let's see where this goes.
You work 11 to 7, you're by yourself, you're bored.
Yeah.
You can only stay on Twitter or play with your Nintendo DS so long before you want some actually human. The ruin for Nintendo DS, for crying out loud.
They're doing fine.
You want some human interaction, we're human beings. We're made to be with each other, right? So you want some human interaction, and here comes this obviously very rich, charismatic older gentleman, and I thought, okay, well, this will be interesting, right? This will be a nice story to tell.
Right.
It started out fine, and ended up he wouldn't leave me alone after. He lived there for 6 months in a Courtyard by Marriott.
What was his ostensible reason for being there? Did he ever, because I'm sure he must have divulged it at some point.
He was going through a divorce, and there was a transfer of his assets and certain companies. And what he was trying to do, I think, was get all of his assets offshore so his wife couldn't take them.
Right.
As any reasonable older drug-addicted gentleman would do.
Well, he needed that money for drugs and alcohol.
You have to understand where he was at.
Exactly.
And dog food.
Speaking of the dog, what kind of dog was it?
It was the little snapper, right? The little tiny, like, just
like a Pomeranian?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, just a little Pomeranian, dude. And there was no pets allowed.
So this guy somehow hooked it up.
I feel bad for the house cleaning that had to go because he put the do not disturb on his door for weeks at a time. He's a drug addict. He has a dog in his room, so you can imagine what it looked like if house cleaning finally got in there to take care of it.
Did you ever hear the stories of what it
No,
looked like?
I don't speak Spanish. I don't.
That is, now hold on.
I don't.
That is classic joke construction, and you cannot fault it. That was beautiful. That was like vaudeville. That was perfect. It was perfect. So before taking this job, were you someone? Is that the thing that made you stay up all hours, or did you take the job because you were already a person that stayed up all hours?
I took the job because my wife got pregnant with the first one, and I needed a second job. We needed more income to come in.
Right.
So I took that job.
And so it must have been quite an adjustment to this schedule to get on it.
Yes, back to the schedule. I love it. Yeah, adjustment to get on the schedule, adjustment to get off the schedule, and adjustment to get back on the schedule when you have a second child.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What were the best parts of this crazy shift that you worked?
Besides the insane drug addict, the best part was dealing with drunk people. Dealing with drunk people that couldn't find their rooms, wedding parties,
right?
Things like that. And that would accuse me of like doing some kind of like front desk shenanigans with the computer system that wouldn't allow them to get in their room when they didn't know what room they were in the first place because they're hammered out of their minds at the wedding all night. You just got back at 4 a.m. That was fun to mess with them.
So they would say, I went up to my room and I couldn't get in.
Right.
Because they went to the wrong room.
But they didn't know what room they were in.
Right.
Because they weren't even in the room in the first place.
Right. Oh, they never had a room.
They never had a room.
So they were accusing you of altering the fabric of reality.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The last tour I did, we were in a different hotel just about every day.
Right.
And I always prided myself on always being able to remember my room, always remember my floor, everything like that. And then towards the end of it, I had to write down every day what room I was in.
Right.
Because it was just too much to keep in my head.
Right.
And there was one night that I came back to the hotel and I went to the wrong room. And like the key's not working. And I was like, I don't know about this. And I had to go back down to the front desk. And I was mortified to say, can you tell me what room I'm in? Because I thought, well, this person will think that I am drunk or high or both. Right. I did not have a Pomeranian with me. But this person totally took it in stride. So, did you come to have a favorite type of person that would come to this hotel? Because I'm sure it was a lot of, in addition to the wedding parties, obviously their main thing is businessmen, right? It's like guys traveling around the country.
That's what I liked.
Yeah.
I liked the entrepreneur that would come in town on business, that even though I was a lowly front desk guy, right working the midnight shift, they would take time out and share their story with me. And I would ask, I'm a very curious person. I want to know how you get from here to there so I can implement in my life and I can grow and evolve. So anybody that took time out that was obviously successful and they would tell me what they did, I was always super appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because these guys are like old-fashioned, like salesmen. You go around like you glad hand people and you talk to them and
super alpha male-ish and just like super with the chiseled jawline, right? Shave 3 times a day just to keep it real smooth, with the Brillo cream and all that, the nice tailored suit. And
were these guys that would like just tip you out of nowhere?
Oh, they would tip me too, right? Well, that's how it works, right? You slip the front desk guy 20. I know exactly what room I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna upgrade you to a suite. No sweat off my back. It's 20 spot in my pocket, so I'm not too worried about it. I always like that.
This is good information to know.
Yeah.
If they travel.
Yeah.
Zach Gowen, ladies and gentlemen. How about it? Well, I'm Zach Gowen, and then we're going to do that improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneation returns.
Hey, if you're a regular listener to the show, you probably sleep on a bed. I feel like that's my demo. Bed sleepers. I mean, there's people out there who sleep on a futon. There's people who sit in one of those big mushroom chairs. What are they called? I don't remember what they're called. You know, it's like a big disc with a dumb round futon in it. I know it's a word in another language. Bonsai chairs. If you're living in a bonsai chair, throw your phone in the trash right now. I don't want to talk to you. I only want to talk to bed sleepers. Bed sleepers unite. Guys, Lysa mattresses. You've heard me talk about them before. You're hearing me talk about them again. When will you understand that I'm serious about this? They've done away with the awkward mattress showroom experience that we've all suffered through. We know this. Do we praise them 24/7? No. This is how we do them. We just take it for granted. Were you doing anything to remove that awkward showroom experience? No, you were not. You did nothing. History has shown that evil succeeds when good people do nothing. Are you a good person? Maybe you're not a good person. Maybe you're an evil person. You're like, I want that mattress showroom experience to be as awkward as possible forever. I don't like you. Lysa has made it so that you can buy your mattress online. It is compressed into a box the size of a miniature refrigerator, and it is shipped directly to your door. Ding dong. What's that? Mail? Oh, more than mail. A package. I thought it was just going to be bills. No. It's a box of mattress for me to sleep on. The 10-inch mattress comes in all sizes, all mattress sizes. You know what I'm saying. This is not like a logic puzzle. How is a 10-inch mattress in all sizes? It is crafted with 3 unique foam layers, including 2 inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called a Vina that is perforated to keep you as cool as the other side of the pillow. Recently, I heard a podcast, a friend of mine does, guest on the podcast was using the phrase, cooler than the other side of the pillow. That's not, because that makes it seem like the other side of the pillow is not cool. Do you know what I mean? The whole point is that is the cool side. You want to get to it. I don't know why I'm passively third-party slamming this person. I'm just fired up about these mattresses. The Lysa mattress is 100% made in the USA and ships for free to anywhere in the USA and that old devil Canada. Lysa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free, and for every 10 they sell, they donate 1 to a shelter. That continues to be a great thing. Go to leesa.com/PFT. That's leesa.com/PFT. Enter promo code PFT at checkout. Get $75 off. Lysa, don't be a bad person. Howl.fm. Howl.fm. Howl.f. Great jingle. Guys, are you fans of Andy Daly? Well, if you've got a brain in your head and a heart in your chest, then you are. If you don't have either of those things in either of those places, you can go to hell because you're an abomination. You should have those things. And if you have them switched, brain in your chest, head in your heart head, what? Oh, look what you're doing to me. Get thee behind me, Satan. Listen, Andy Daly is one of the most fantastically funny human beings to ever live on planet Earth. This is just fact. And now he's back on a podcast. Yeah. He's the star of Hoot Gibson, Vegas Cowboy. It is a 4-part Howl original series, and it presents the incredible true story of a real Western hero of the 20th century. It's not true. Some things are true, like Las Vegas is a place. The show features an all-star cast, including Matt Gorley, Weird Al Yankovic, Rachel Bloom, and guess what? Me. I play Howard Hughes. Interesting fact, I auditioned for a role in the film about Howard Hughes, directed by Martin Scorsese, called The Aviator. I studied and studied and studied because this is the most gigantic audition of my career. And then finally, when it came time to do the audition, the casting person said, hey, we have this very specific character reference for you, some old movie you've never seen. Oh, okay. I would have liked a heads up before then. Completely unprepared, totally threw me. That's on me, I guess. Who got that role? Adam Scott. Was it anything like that casting director said? No, it was not. To listen to Hoot Gibson and over 150 hours of exclusive Howl miniseries, go to howl.fm/spont, S-P-O-N-T, and start your free Howl trial. After your full month of free trial, it is only $4.99 per month to get all this exclusive content on iPhone, Android, and on the web. Go to howl.fm/spont to get started. Now, you got to do this on a computer. Don't do it via the app. Okay? Do it on the website. Howl.fm/spont. Get started. Help me out. Help yourself to some amazing comedy. Fuck you, that casting lady.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation. That's right. We didn't go anywhere, and neither did you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have procured our location from Zach Gowen. We are ready to begin our improv. But first, just so as you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use three... Why are you laughing?
Because I will never understand it.
Why? It's not hard!
I know.
In order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects to move us about in time. Let's say we're in a scene, we want to go somewhere else at the exact same time. Different location, same time. We will use this cut to sound effect. A meanwhile, if you will. I've explained it 5 different ways. Let's say someone is having a memory or we are learning how something came to be. We will hear this flashback sound effect. Backwards. Going backwards in time. Yellow, backwards. The old mnemonic device. We can't stay in the past forever. We need to grow and change, as Zach taught us. So, if we want to return from a flashback into the present day or go into the future, we will hear this flash forward sound effect. It's pretty futuristic. Now, it's time to reveal our location provided to us by Zach Gowen, and that location is... Madison Square Garden! We take you now to Madison Square Garden!
Oh, shit, it's doing it again.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have to call Mr. Madison.
Yep.
See,
This is his square garden.
he got the round garden and everything's fine there. He got the triangle garden.
I was working at the rectangle garden.
You high class.
Till it burned down.
Super high class.
He didn't care about that rectangle garden. That's why I switched to here.
Well, the square garden is really where it's at. You know, it has been scientifically proven that every good garden is in a square.
Yeah.
I mean, think of a farm. That's a square.
That's true.
What is an acre?
That's true.
A square.
It's a square. You know one thing that's better about this one than the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't working at the other ones.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. You done, Cletus? You done? You done, Cletus?
I'm just watching this soap opera.
You know, I tell you something, I gotta go now.
Every night after every event, I'm the only one sweeping up empty cups, and you two all like, oh, you work here, I work here, shape.
You know, some people have an affinity for the geometrics.
Yeah. And we together happen to have that. We happen to have that. And you know,
hello, everyone.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Mr. Madison.
Mr. Madison.
Oh, my God.
Jebediah, Cletus, how are you?
Mr. Madison.
Oh, please, no, that's fine. That's fine. Cletus, hello.
I don't see your oxygen, Mr. Madison.
I'm taking a break from the oxygen.
Oh, dear.
Well,
breathe deep. Breathe deep now. Breathe deep.
Oh, this is as deep as it gets.
Yeah.
well, Mr. Madison, it's not like you to come to the garden after performance of what they do here at the garden.
Wasn't Adele wonderful?
I thought she was, what I was awake for was wonderful. I can't stay awake as long as I used to. I used to be up all hours of the night.
Is that right?
Yes, I would just talk to drunk people and I would accept bribes.
Are you going to touch me? Do you need me?
Yes, thank you.
To talk. I get it. I like that.
You were so far away.
Yes.
Thank you for meeting me halfway.
I'll come to you.
Oh, listen, I wanted to talk to everyone because I'm embarking on a new venture.
Another
Maybe a new
Taco
shape.
Bell?
Is there a new shape?
Well, that's the thing.
I love the tetrahedron that you made last
Thank
year.
you,
That was
thank you.
beautiful.
I have an idea for a shaped venue that I just don't know if it'll be possible. Come on. What do you think of this?
Yes.
Oh, let me take some breaths. Madison Cube Garden.
Oh my!
With that,
He done it now.
that's of course. That's three dimensions.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
Cube, like cubism. Like you could.
If you like.
You're hurting my head. What's
the matter,
I like it. No,
Rhonda?
I like it like Picasso, right? Wasn't he the cube guy?
He made some cubes,
Sure,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
There was that movie Cube. Did you ever see it?
I did not.
You've never seen Cube?
I don't know that I have.
I sent everyone copies of Cube on Blu-ray for Christmas.
No, we watched it.
Cletus, what did you do with your copy of Cube?
Hey, honey, what do you have?
I've got the Blu-ray, but my tape deck can't play it.
Let me put it in my 4-track and see what
please.
happens. Thank God I have one of these.
Old Mr. Madison, he means well, but he keeps giving us things that we're not able to use.
Oh, he's still alive? Is he still alive, I said?
It's debatable.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't play on here. Let's try the microwave.
Okay.
Back.
I guess my main concern is, of course, gravity.
Right.
With your cube, are we talking about a lot of harnesses and bungee? I
imagine some harnesses and bungee will be necessary.
But not to raid on the parade, but the Madison Sphere Garden, lots of people died. You know.
I think it was ambitious to begin with the motorcycle show.
But I had seen it done.
I know.
I'd seen it done.
Closed course professional drivers.
I'd seen it in a much smaller sphere than I built. It should have worked even better.
All things to scale, Mr. Madison. All things
I should have gotten bigger motorcycles.
That's precisely it. And people.
Sure, they should be
giants.
Giant people to ride the giant motorcycles.
Precisely.
I personally would be thrilled to transfer there along with some of my coworkers.
Oh, brother.
If you would be open to it. Certain people I work very well here with.
I'd like to work together. The two of us we have a good sweeping and mopping system. I Windex and he catches whatever falls.
We talk about the shapes and we see
we're in
things
love.
and we look.
What's that?
We're
Jebediah, Rhonda, what are you telling me? You're in love with each other?
It's the square.
There's something about it.
There's something about it. It brings out things. And you heard Adele tonight. She was just singing about whatever the fuck she wanted to sing. And people love it.
That's right.
I mean, come on, it's the square.
There is something about the shape of a square that just causes people to fall in love.
I don't know what it is.
If only my strict policy guidelines didn't forbid intergarden romance.
Why didn't
All right. Should be very clear, as you can see on the board. The rules are be on time.
Right.
Wear your uniform.
Yes.
Don't steal things.
Yes, these are very obvious.
That's
so
the third
far.
one, really? Nothing?
Don't steal things.
What about
Yes.
toilet paper?
Restrict your illicit drug use.
Sure. Restrict. Don't have to stop entirely.
No.
Restrict.
Because we
Right.
get good drugs at our age.
We just don't want you going at it hardcore. Also, no fraternizing.
No fraternize.
Well, I'm a woman, so that's not possible.
It,
I would never.
I mean,
I would never.
yeah.
And I'm just not a joiner.
let me go into the PowerPoint and edit that.
What?
Don't sleep with coworkers.
Well, you just put it right out there. Okay.
Well, it was being horribly misunderstood.
Well, I can assure you that there is
Our chemistry must be obvious to
there's
you.
no sleeping going on.
Oh God! What?
What?
No. No. That's
Don't you ever tell anyone. Never tell anyone, or I will find you and I will slit your throat.
He's right.
I arrived at that meeting late after the guy was dead.
That's
I remember that. I remember hearing about that
Yeah.
meeting.
Man,
the magic of the garden.
his
I guess.
PowerPoint was so boring, he slit his own throat.
You know how long it took me to sweep up that blood?
Everyone.
I told you to use a mop.
I'm not in the mop department.
That's us. He's old
It was
school.
nice of you to try, Cletus.
yeah.
Jedediah,
Well, yeah.
may I speak with you privately?
Whoa!
No, everything's fine.
We've never spoken alone.
No, I know
He's
it's fine,
I'm
son.
just nervous to be around the big boss by myself.
No, it's fine. Don't
Oh.
think of me as a big boss. Just think of me as a little old man who pays your checks. Listen to me.
Thank you, Mr. Madison. Thank you
Of course,
for
Jedediah.
stating that fact.
Jedediah, of course.
yeah.
Now listen.
Yeah.
Do you love Rhonda in your heart? Do you truly love her?
Well, yes, I do. I mean, my wife passed years ago, and I never thought I'd find anybody again. And then when Rhonda came along, a spark came to life in me that I hadn't felt in years.
I was very sorry to hear about your wife. Did you get that Blu-ray of Cube 2 that I sent?
It really cheered me up more than I would have expected. Thank you.
It's a pretty fun movie.
Thank you.
For a direct-to-video sequel, not bad.
Action, yeah. What?
Action.
I just said there was action in it.
There was.
There was.
But a lot of action for a movie that takes place in a cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what to do because,
Well,
of course, I love you like a son.
You do?
Yeah, you know that, of
Well, that
course.
means a lot to me.
Well, it's true.
You know, you could change your policies. Just because a policy was a policy doesn't mean it has to stay a policy.
But then...
That's my policy.
But what if you were to change your policy and then my policy stayed the same?
You want me to break it off?
I don't know
Well, if I have to, I will.
But Jedediah...
If I have to, I'll kill her.
Whoa!
I mean, that's what it'll feel like to break her heart and slit her throat. I mean, if I can't be with her, no one else can, so I'll have to murder her and throw her into the river.
That's good for now, son. That's good for now. I tell you what, I'm gonna have a meeting with Rhonda as well.
Oh.
And then I'll let you know what we decide. But you just take it easy, okay?
Oh, we've been working. We were working.
Oh, I was
yeah,
working.
we were.
Working.
Oh, what's it?
We weren't eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Hi.
Rhonda, may I speak with you for a moment?
Touch away, yes.
Of course, here we go. This is how...
Who's holding who?
Exactly. Rhonda,
Mr. Madison.
do you love Jedediah?
Well, you know me. I fall in love so quickly.
You certainly do.
Well, I do.
You've had many loves over the years.
Here at the garden, there was Stan the popcorn guy.
I remember him.
Hi.
Hi, I'm lost.
No, you're not. You can't get lost in the square. It's your first day. You the popcorn guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm Rhonda. I do all the hiring, but I'm not gonna be working here for long.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, you're dying, or?
Dying of boredom.
Oh, you're upwardly mobile. I would just love to find where we keep the kernels.
Right? Over here.
I've been around this thing like 4 times. Sorry. You do all the hiring. I didn't see you when I applied. You're standing close to me.
No, I've been working here since I was 14. I wasn't hired at the time. I just started working here. As a matter of fact, I've never been hired. They just can't get rid of me.
That's complicated. Stan.
Yeah, I can read.
Wasn't a test.
No, I just like how it sounds on my tongue, Stan.
Wow. All right.
Well, you gonna hold those? Or you gonna pop them?
Well, I'm gonna.
Stan, the popcorn man.
I'm not sure what's happening.
You know, I believe it was Pythagoras who said that. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All over 2a.
All right.
Just say it. If you want to turn this square into a hole. No, that's not what I meant. If you want to turn this square into a parallelogram, leaning on its, like, if you want to make this, would you like to get horizontal with me?
Now I know what we're talking about.
Stan ended up joining the Merchant Marines, right?
There have been many over the years. You know me.
I know.
I fall in love quickly.
But do you think this is the real thing finally, Rhonda?
Hell,
What do you think?
I think Jebediah looks at me no way any other man has. He looks at me like if you can't have me, he'll kill me. Most men don't even look. See, you're averting your eyes.
Well,
See? Look at me.
You got me there,
Look at me.
Rhonda. You got me. All right. Thank you for talking with me. I think I better talk to Cletus.
Am I fired?
No, I haven't made any decisions yet.
Good, because then you'd have to hire me first to fire me.
Oh, strange loophole. Right. Cletus.
I don't know what they told you. Something?
Cletus, you may find this hard to believe, but this isn't about you.
For once.
Cletus, you've worked here just as long as I can remember.
In fairness, that's not a long time.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I have trouble with my memory, that's true.
Right.
Yes.
They found your dog, by the way.
Oh!
Yeah.
What kind of dog was it
It's
again?
a little...
Pomeranian. Cletus. It's Cletus, right?
Yes, sir.
Cletus, I know that you don't care much for workplace shenanigans, and I know you feel very put upon, that you do all the work and nobody does anything. And one time, somebody said you tried to sweep up blood with a broom.
And dustpan. I'm not an idiot.
Cletus, let me ask you something. I'm trying to make a decision here, and maybe I need to talk to someone else in this way. Cletus, have you ever been in love?
I'm not sure what's happening here. Mr. Madison, Seems in violation of the policy.
Cletus. Cletus. You know,
It's your policy.
yes, it's. I think you misunderstand what the purpose of my question is.
I don't think so. I hear you loud and clear. This is unexpected.
You know, I'm very happily married to Mrs. Madison.
Sure.
Listen. Cletus, what I'm asking is, you see Rhonda and Jebediah every day.
I do.
You guys work here 7 days a week.
We don't have homes.
Oh, you live here in the garden.
I'm not supposed to admit that, but yes.
Of course I know my employees live here.
Okay. Thank God.
I make them work 7 days a week.
Right.
But we have the best, the best staff in all of concert halls. Cletus, you've seen Jebediah and Rhonda work. Look, they're working right now. Rhonda's chopping up
Sure.
bell
Sushi's
peppers.
almost ready.
Sushi. And then Jebediah's...
I'm just sharpening my knife.
Oh, boy.
Sharpening his knife and making meaningful eye contact with me.
I have a two-part question. Do you think that Rhonda and Jebediah's love is the real thing? That's number one. Number two, do you think that Jebediah is a murderer? Answer in any order you feel.
What is love?
Are you doing it Jeopardy style?
No, I was reciting lyrics from
Oh.
Delight. I don't know.
Is that Delight, that song?
Yes.
The song from the Roxbury Boys?
Okay, y'all. It's time for D-Light to write a new song, so I done brought in the songwriter. He is responsible for writing a lot of songs. He wrote What is Love? So why don't you just go ahead and hit us with it.
Keep in mind, you have to impress Lady Miss Keir.
That's right.
Wow.
And then the rest of D-Light.
Hit it.
So I'll just pass out the lyrics.
Okay. Love. Love.
What is it?
What is it? Oh, love. Love.
That's the
What
chorus.
is it? What is it? Yeah, love, love, love. Succotash.
My supper dish.
It's succotash.
Yeah. So what is love? What is it that can make a man... oh, you have a different copy. Oh, no. Kinkos.
This seems
I
to...
feel like this is a sabotage.
Is it?
What?
This is not gonna end our group. We're gonna be together forever.
Nothing will ever,
No.
ever break up
Ever.
D-Light.
Ever. Promise?
Promise.
You guys, fist swear.
Fist swear. D-Light forever.
D-Light forever.
Groove is in the heart.
I don't know if it's the real thing or not. I mean, who can say?
We can sing.
What?
Why is everyone constantly eavesdropping at Madison Square Garden?
It's not our fault. It's a perfect square. The sound bounces off the walls.
Of course, of course.
I'm just
Fool
afraid
I
that their
was.
relationship would be a distraction. Rhonda's obviously a mathematical genius.
I'm a beautiful mind over here.
Yes,
I know.
Yes,
Thank you.
are.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you are.
Thank you.
And the wall cleaning department has requested that you stop writing on fucking everything.
Hey, man. Hey, when it comes out, you just got to let it out.
The second point I think that's a problem about them being together is that Rhonda's married to 7 men already.
Rhonda!
Why would you bring that up?
7 men already.
Oh, yes, but 2 of them are dead. One of them's a woman, and the other one doesn't love me that much.
So not a
Cletus, you are
mathematical
horrible.
genius.
when it comes to love and counting human bodies, but when it comes to squares,
Sure.
I am.
And with regard to the murder question, I mean, unless you count his wife and the guy giving the PowerPoint, no, I don't think he's a...
It was you who did the PowerPoint guy.
Who amongst us has not murdered someone?
Also, Adele might be dead right now.
Hello? Oh, yeah, hello.
Hi, Adele.
Hey,
Oh, we're just coming in.
I was gonna sweep, that's a bad idea.
hello.
I work here.
Oh,
I'm in love with Rhonda.
hello.
You're pretty. You're pretty. You sang all those songs.
Why would you tell us that story?
That was gruesome.
All she says is hello. Really?
We should put it all on the table if we're gonna stay together. You have 7 husbands. I killed Adele.
Can you confess something so we don't feel so weird?
Sure.
Come on, Mrs. Madison. You seem like the perfect old rich old owner all these times, but you must have some skeleton in your closet. Something that makes you
Something that
normal,
you
just
know.
like the rest of us.
Tell us a secret about the Harlem Globetrotters or
I can tell you a secret about the Harlem Globetrotters.
they play here, don't they?
All those games were fixed.
What?
Hey, Meadowlark, catch!
Yeah, what? Somehow I made a basket.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Get it, Curly. Get it, Curly. Get it, Curly. Here we go. Here we go.
I've had this ball spinning on my finger for 15 minutes.
That explains so much.
And of course, I made my fortune betting against the Washington Generals.
Oh, that's, I mean, who doesn't? That's okay.
Well, we're all not perfect. You're a murderer. You're a bigamist.
Yes, thank you.
You're just unpleasant.
You know,
There's
we-
more.
Did you have a confession you'd like to make, Cletus?
How much time do you have?
Not that much. Not that much.
Do you remember when I said they found your dog?
Yes.
Sorry about your dog.
Oh, that's just shitty. That's like you didn't have to.
It's all right. I'm 20 minutes away from forgetting that dog ever existed.
I guess none of us is perfect
No.
except for the square.
Yes.
Yes.
The square. The square
And
is
the cube.
perfect.
The cube
The cube
is an
is
extension of the square.
What is a cube but several squares?
That's right. That's right. What is one husband but several husbands?
Wrong.
Okay.
What is one death but lots, Adele? And what is a dog if it's not dead?
That's right. These are the questions of our time.
Yes. So yes to the cube. Yes.
Yes to the cube and yes to your relationship.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I realize now, in this square, all is perfect. All is good.
Your memory is getting worse and worse.
Rhonda. Jebediah.
Mr. Madison.
Cletus.
I'm not sure what's happening
Come on
here.
The four of us. We form the four points.
Let's say it together and get eye contact
Of
while we
course,
do it.
of
Yep.
course. The four of us, we form the 4 points of a square. And so,
Oh, look. Isn't this beautiful?
let the square be unbroken.
We've physically made a square.
Oh,
I
I get it now. We've done it. Bless you all. I'm sending everyone a copy of Cube 3. And it all happened at a place called Madison Square Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Warzecha, Nyima, Zach Gowen, he's over there, Eban Schletter, thank you to Improv Festival, thank you Magic Bag Theater, thank you Detroit, we will see you again, good night.
Why, thank you.
What's up? This is Hannibal Buress, and I got a new podcast coming out soon on the Earwolf Network. It's called Handsome Rambler. It's gonna be me talking about life on the road, sports, relationships, philosophy, books. Anything can happen on the Handsome Rambler. It's gonna be an extravaganza. Check it out, the Handsome Rambler. Coming soon on the Earwolf Network. You know what it is.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.